The main ship in the Magnus Archives is John/Martin, and I have a lot of thoughts about this ship, which I'm now going to talk about, so spoilers throughout the entirety of the Magnus Archives. Starting off, I think it's very cute. I definitely ship it. And I think that the way the show got me to ship it was interesting, because John and Martin, as a couple, really lack what I usually consider to be a key element in fictional relationships. If a fictional relationship is going to work for me, this is an element that it needs to have. And John and Martin do not have that, but it still works. So generally speaking, if I'm going to ship two characters, they need to have something in common. Really, that's what it comes down to. They need to share something on a really profound level. I need to be able to imagine them having a conversation about something that is not the plot and not just like their emotions, but having an actual conversation. That is why relationships like Hanagram or Javik or Red and Blue from This Is How You Lose the Time War, these relationships work for me because the characters have this connection. It's not about being attracted to each other. It's not about being in love on some sort of surface level. They have something very profound that is connecting them outside of romance or attraction. And then the romance and attraction build on top of that foundation. The foundation is what's important. And John and Martin don't have anything like that. But I think the reason it still works is that the writers and the actors, because they're the same people, are aware of this. They know. John and Martin even have a conversation about this where Martin says, we never would have ended up together if it weren't for all of the 2 years of trauma. And it's true. We can throw the coffee shop AUs out the window because that would not happen. John and Martin are brought together by these specific circumstances. And because of those circumstances, they do end up falling in love and having this very sweet relationship. But it's circumstantial. And the writers and actors know that it's circumstantial. So they're not trying to convince me that it's something else. And they do manage to make those circumstances into a foundation. Frequently, in stories with romantic subplots, the relationship will be circumstantial because the characters are only together because they're dealing with the plot, and then they fall in love. And it still really feels like, it doesn't feel like these emotions have developed out of the situations they've been facing together. It feels very arbitrary. And John and Martin never felt arbitrary. Circumstantial, yes, but not arbitrary.